There are three ways to solve a system of equations. You can solve it by the graphing method, the substitution method, or the elimination method. Also keep in mind with graphing, you also have three choices. You can do the XY chart method. Again, you just choose three numbers, or any three numbers you want, and plug them in. You also have the XY intercept method. You're just trying to find your x-intercept and your y-intercept. This is your y-intercept, that's your x-intercept. And then you also have the slope-intercept method. Which is y equals mx plus b. And let's look at an example of solving a system of equations. Notice I have the same problem, and I'm going to get the same answer because I'm doing the same problem. I'm just doing it three different ways. So if I was to graph these two problems, well, first, most of us would probably solve for y equals mx plus b. So negative x minus 2. And so I'm going to start at negative 2. And then the slope is down 1 over 1, 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 down 1 over 1. And then we can get our ruler, connect the dots. And then for the other line, we're going to do it the exact same method, solve it for y equals mx plus b. And again, you don't have to use this method, but it's what most students prefer. So I'm going to start at the y-intercept at positive 6, and then the slope is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And notice that it crosses right here. And that looks like the point negative 4, 2. Alright, now let's do the substitution method. If I wanted to do solve, I need to look for one of these variables, like that x, that y, that x, or that y, and solve for one of them. I'm just going to solve for this y. So I'm going to minus x for both sides. And I already did it over here, by the way. Now this right here, we're going to highlight this because it's very important, is what I'm substituting. All of this expression is my y. So I'm going to substitute it in right where the y is on the other equation. So negative x plus all of this equals 6. Combine like terms, negative x plus negative x is negative 2x. Then I'm just going to go through the motions of solving the equation. X equals negative 4. Now keep in mind, you're not done yet. You're always trying to find a point, a system of equations. All I found was the x part of the point. And then I need to substitute it into one of the two original problems. The place that I like substituting it back in is what I have highlighted. That highlighted part is typically the easiest part to substitute it back in. So it's negative x minus 2, and notice I have a negative 4 that I solved for x down here. So negative times negative 4 is positive 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. Notice that my answer that I got with graphing matches the same answer I got with substitution. It's the same problem. You're going to get the same answer. It's just a different method. Now, the elimination method. The elimination method I love. It's very, very simple. Something has to happen for elimination. Notice everything's in columns. They look like they're both in standard form, although that's technically not in standard form because it's negative. But notice the x's line up, the y's line up, and then the numbers line up in the equation. That's what you always want. And then what I'm literally going to do is just add in columns. So I'm going to add my x's straight down, x minus x, or if you add, so x plus a negative x is they literally eliminate y plus y is 2y, negative 2 plus 6. Again, you're just lining them up, and so that's positive 4. Divide by 2, divide by 2, y equals 2. And again, keep in mind that you're solving a point, and I just found the y part of the point. And then all you have to do is substitute it back into one of the original problems. Again, y is 2. I'm just going to substitute it right here. X equals negative 4. Again, notice I got the same answer, all three methods. It's a good way to double check or triple check. Make sure if on the test or on a homework problem, if it asks you for a specific method, you have to use that method. But if it gives you a choice, it just says solve the system of equations, then you have a choice which method you prefer. And you do need to be familiar with all three methods.